Hello everyone, I'm Mike Feltberger, and it's time for the May 16th High Banks highlights. A recap of the racing action at Grandview Speedway, a third-mile high banked clay oval located right off of Route 100 in Bechtelsville. And here's how things went down for the evening of May the 16th. Fantastic weather, nice temperatures, a good crowd, and a big field of race cars in the pit area. Sportsman, great Sportsman. They ran 3 heats with 6 cars qualifying. Your first heat winner in a 19 was Brad Brightbill. Tyler James, your second heat winner in a 13, and Shannon Slaughter brought the 53S home for the third heat win. One consolation was used, 8 cars qualifying out of the consolation, and Braden Sheldon in the 39B was your consolation winner. That set the 26-car field for the 25-lap feature, and here's how things went down. Jumping out to the early lead in the 39X was Stephen Laubach. Stephen was really showing some speed going on in the 25-lap Sportsman main. All of a sudden, here comes Brad Brightbill in the 19, your opening night winner. Brad Brightbill overtaking Laubach for the win. Also, during the course of the racing, Teague Miller on a great restart after a yellow, a good restart heading into turn one. Teague had the power to stay under Brad. Brad took the high side on lane choice, but Teague got a good run going into one. Brad and Teague battled side by side for about 8 laps until Brad overtook Teague again to capture the checker. And here's how the top 10 were down. Brad Brightbill, his second win of the season in the 19, was your winner. Second was Teague Miller in the 917T. Finishing third was the 29G of Addison Meitzler, with Mike Toth, a feature winner here this year, getting fourth in the 89. In the fifth spot was your early race leader, Stephen Laubach, with Joe Toth in the 9 getting sixth. Chase Guler bringing the 2 home for the seventh starting spot for the seventh finishing position. Matt Laubach actually had to go to the field in the middle stations of the race and came back strong to finish 8th in the 17. Heat winner Tyler James was 9th driving the 13, and rounding out your top 10 was the 2025 point champion and the current point leader Colin Cox in the 59. Some fantastic racing in the Sportsman class. Again, your race leaders were Stephen Laubach, Brad Brightbill, Teague Miller, and then Brad Brightbill again reclaiming the lead and taking the win in the 25-lap Sportsman main. Small block modifieds, good field of cars. 4 heats were needed. Taking the win in the modified heats were Bobby Trapper Sr. in the 69. Jax Yohn looking strong in the 49, getting the second heat win. Third heat winner was Logan Watt in the 4M, and your fourth heat winner driving the 31, Chris Esposito. 2 consolations were needed. They took 4 cars out of each. Brett Cressley in the 19K was your first consolation winner. Rick Laubach in the 7 coming home first to get the checker in the second consolation. Again, that was the qualifying winners from the consolations and the heats. 28 cars for the starting field for the 30-lap A main. No provisionals were added, so 28 cars, 30 laps. And things went down like this. Grabbing the early race lead and looking strong was Bobby Trapper Sr. in a 69. In fact, at one point during the race, he had a full straightaway lead, but a couple of cautions slowed down action on the speedway. And overtaking Bobby Trapper Sr. was Cody Manmiller in a 00. And again, Cody also distancing himself from the field, had about a half a straightaway lead. Cautions brought the field back together, and out of nowhere, coming through the field, Jeff Strunk in the 6 over. Jeff really looking strong. He could run the top, the middle, the bottom. It didn't matter where the 6 over was going. Jeff had some speed, overtaking Cody Manmiller and getting his first win of the season. Again, here we go. Here's your top 10. Jeff Strunk in the 6 over, getting the feature win in the 30-lap small block modified main. Finishing second, Logan Watt in the 4M. Logan was a late race charger, had the race going a couple more laps. We might have had a new winner, but Logan Watt had to settle for second in the 4M. Race leader Cody Manmiller in a 00, bringing his car home for a third place payout. Tim Buckwalter looking pretty solid in the 942. He had to come through the field a ways, but getting fourth in the 942. Jared Umbenhauer, feature winner in 2026, fifth in the 19. Getting 6th was the current point leader, Eddie Strada, in the 33, with 7th going to the 4 of Anthony Perego. Perego actually had to qualify through the Consi, so I believe he was the hard charger for the night, getting all the rewards that the hard charger brings you during the course of the evening. Finishing 8th was your early race leader, Bobby Trapper Sr. That is his best finish in could be quite some time. Good solid run for Bobby Trapper Sr. 9th was Kyle Smith. Kyle was actually running in the top 5, but got shuffled back there. Everybody was starting to find speed late in the race, but a good, strong top 10 finish for the 77 of Kyle Smith. And rounding out the top 10 was a race winner in 2026, Ryan Watt. So that's how things went down. Brad Brightbill, your Sportsman winner. Jeff Strunk, your small block modified winner. Upcoming events, Tuesday night, May the 19th, the High Limit Series, sprint cars down at the Grandview Speedway. And on Saturday night, May the 23rd, it will be the modifieds, Crate Sportsman, and the vintage cars. So if everybody has a nice, safe, happy week, and hope to see you at the Speedway again this week. Please take care and have a fantastic week.